Greetings, chess players! My name is Chris Torres, and this is my daily chess musing for January 16th, 2021. Today was a great day for chess. For the first time in a very, very long time, we are finally able to be treated to classical chess of the highest level. And round one of the 2021 Tata Steel Chess Tournament didn't disappoint. There were 3 decisive games out of the 7 total, and when the smoke cleared, Carlsen, Giri and Grandelius emerged as the early leaders. Let's take a quick look at some key moments from today's action. Despite playing well, Alexander Donchenko lost in his Wijk Ann Zee debut against Nils Grandelius. Let's examine the critical point in their battle. And we join Nils Grandelius and Alexander Donchenko on move 36. Black may be down a pawn, but has reasonable compensation in the form of an actively placed king. 36, rook d2. This seemingly innocent move is actually Donchenko's undoing. Black needed to play f4 here to keep White's king from becoming mobile. Rook e1 check, and after this check, another check, and then f4, White's king will emerge to wreak havoc. King d3, rook e3 check, and Donchenko's king must leave the area. Now White plays f4, which spells serious trouble for Black. h5, king g3. With White's king now active, Black has no compensation for being down the pawn, and worse, no good way of defending the weak pawns on e6 and h5. So Black plays 40, rook d3, rook takes d3, king takes d3, king h4, that's trouble, king e3, g3, king f2, g4, hx g4, hx g4, fx g4, king takes g4, king e3, 47, king g5. Black resigns here because after king e4, king f6, king takes f4, king takes e6, king e4, king d6, king d3, king c7, king takes c3, king takes b7, king takes b4, and king takes c6 is winning for White, obviously. Now let's turn our attention to the game between Anish Giri and Aryan Tari. Aryan Tari created a lot of pressure with his kingside pawn march, but Geary remained calm and prevailed. The final blow from Anish Giri was quite attractive, so let's take a moment to appreciate it. And now let's join Anish Giri and Aryan Tari right after Black plays 46, bishop f8, attacking Geary's queen. What is White's best move? I'll give you a hint. It kicks off a mate in 7. You have 5 minutes. If you think you find the answer before time is up, go ahead and fast forward to a moment past where the clock is present on the screen. Good luck. 47, knight takes f4 check is correct and black resigned. I will also give you partial credit if you spotted rook takes g3 and rook takes h4, as they are also winning moves. But let's continue down the Anish Giri's choice, which is also most precise. So play would have continued something like ex f4, queen f6 check, king h7, rook takes h4, and black can survive a little longer by queen h3 check, rook takes h3, rook h6, queen f7, bishop g7, and rook takes h6 mate. Alternatively, after 47, knight takes f4 check, black could have played king h6, and then white could follow with queen f6 check, king h7, bishop takes e5, queen takes h3 check, rook takes h3, rook takes e5, rook takes h4 check, rook h5, queen f7 check, king h8, and knight to g6 mate. Finally, let's check in on Magnus Carlsen's victory over the talented young Iranian Alireza Firouzja. Magnus, who during the post-game interview expressed that he wasn't, quote, especially happy, end quote, with his play during the first round, capitalized nicely on his opponent's blunder late in the game. Let's take a look. We join Magnus Carlsen and Alireza Firouzja after Magnus plays 35, queen takes e6 check. Firouzja has two choices, to move the king or block the check. One door leads to a draw and the other loses. 35, bishop f7. Firouzja chose poorly. The better choice was king h8, queen f5, white threatens mate, but black has a check to save the day. Queen b6, king h1, bishop g6, queen takes g6, queen takes g6, bishop takes g6, and Firouzja would have been fine and even slightly better because of his dangerous passed pawns. But unfortunately for Firouzja, he chose to block with the bishop. 35, bishop f7. What is white's best move? I will give you 30 seconds. Knight takes h6, check. Bam. Gx h6, queen takes h6, queen c7. And now it's white to move and mate in 6. I will give you 3 minutes. If you see the whole line sooner, go ahead and fast forward past where the clock is seen on the screen. Queen h7 check, king f8, queen h8 check, bishop g8, queen h6 check. Alireza Firouzja resigns here, but the final three moves of the mate in 6 were king f7, bishop g6 check, king f6, bishop h5 check, king f5, and bishop g4 checkmate. Or king f7, bishop g6 check, king f6, bishop e8 check, king f5, and g4 checkmate. If you spotted the mate in 6, congratulations. If you didn't, no worries. Remember, these are top grandmasters. It just simply means you need to practice and train more, which is easy to do with all of our free lessons and problems at dailychessmusings.com. So, after the opening round, Carlsen, Geary, and Grandelius moved to the top of the standings. Here are the pairings for round 2. As always, I recommend visiting the official tournament website, TataSteelChess.com. Also, be sure to check out the Daily Chess Musings Facebook page. Follow me on Twitter at Torres Chess. Join our Daily Chess Musings Club on chess.com. And look through all of the 2021 Tata Steel games in PGN format at dailychessmusings.com. And with that, I bid you adieu until tomorrow. But before you go, please remember to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss tomorrow's recap of all the action from round 2 of the 2021 Tata Steel Chess Tournament.